I'm really confident that this project is going to be sustainable. Firstly, because when the opportunity came up, we lodged it very much within our overarching strategy for adult social care, better lives, better outcomes. So the approach that we took was to say, how could technology help us to deliver these outcomes which the council and adult social care are already committed to? And that was primarily about promoting independence for our citizens. So this very much fits as part of a transformation programme which is a high priority for the City Council, and we're going to be delivering that over the next 3 years. We're going to be embedding this in our practice. It's very much fitting with some new contractual arrangements with our partners and a new kind of partnership with our citizens to deliver outcomes. So this is absolutely enabling us to deliver core business, and we see it as built in that way. I guess the other element for me is that doing this work has really set light to and reflects our digital ambition, and we're developing a digital strategy for adult social care, so we're really clear about our commitment as we go forwards to continue to expand and develop the opportunities whereby we can really make good use of technology to support the adults agenda and ultimately to support the right outcomes for our citizens. So the first top tip has to be about being really ambitious and really focused on the outcomes that you want to achieve. Be clear what you're trying to do, but don't constrain your thinking. One of the pieces of learning from me was sitting down with a colleague from our ICT team who said, just tell me about your issues, don't worry about the solution. And that was absolutely liberating. I guess the second key area for us has been about talking with people. We learned a huge amount by having a really open dialogue and a really imaginative dialogue with citizens who we want to benefit from this work. So that really helped us to nail our understanding of what they would like to achieve from this technology, and that's been crucial in our design. Alongside that, we took time to talk with our providers who are going to be partners in delivery. So we needed to make sure that this was something that we developed in full understanding of their perspective with them rather than for them, and then try to persuade them to come on board at a later stage. So that really helped us to shape the thinking. I guess the other piece that we put in place was to do some very detailed horizon scanning and just make sure that we're not duplicating anything, we're not inventing something that's already been invented, and we are truly innovating here. So I think something about that mix between focus and really opening up the ambition and doing it in partnership and in co-production has been essential ingredients for us.
Yeah, so the outcome that we're trying to produce in the first instance is a procurement portal that increases the breadth of providers that we engage with and reduces onerous, time-consuming activities that social workers have to go through to engage with those providers. The second area is a list of measurable outcomes that improve the lives of our citizens and make them more independent. And then finally, it's a system that records these outcomes and the progress and success of them for the citizens. The measurement of this is quite simply that those things would be produced as of the 31st of March. So for the development of the technology, it's fairly simple. We just need to ensure that we've met the key milestones in our project plan. For the greater concept of the project generally, is through the engagement that we're currently undertaking in the demonstration of our prototype. So when we're engaging with social workers and providers, what we're looking for is a positive feedback that ensures we've captured their requirements. And that has been going extremely well. A couple of ideas have come up, like really good ones that we didn't capture the first time around. However, we do have the time to actually implement those in time for 31st of March delivery. there's been many. There's obviously an awful lot of challenges that have come from taking IT, which is very binary based. Things either happen or don't happen, and then combining that with what is such specialist tacit knowledge from social workers. When you're both looking at a problem from completely different areas, but I believe there's been a lot of benefits from this approach. We understand that the system we're trying to create, the focus must always remain on the citizen. The system can't be about taking the decision making away from social workers, because citizens have such varied and independent requirements that expertise is always going to be necessary. However, what a system can do is provide social workers with rich information and to guide them on that decision-making process, and that's particularly important to new people into the industry. Additionally, we believe that this rich source of data that until now hasn't existed will allow us to spot trends and perhaps implement preemptive care in the future. Another area that we've discovered is that outcomes is largely an unknown area. I think everyone believes that it's the right step to take, but there's little to no information to support what implementation will actually mean. And also there's a lot of disparity between how people view what an outcome is. Obviously, in an IT perspective, it's got to be distinctly measurable. Otherwise that information is not of value, and it also means different things to social workers, to citizens and providers. So part of what we've learned is the necessity to create a common terminology that we then propagate amongst all the different stakeholders. One of the big challenges that we've had is that because this is an entirely new approach, normally IT is used to increase efficiency or to make things move faster. So you might have a manual process, and the implementation of technology can speed that up or make it more efficient. In this instance, we're walking hand in hand with social care to a new area, which means that the technology has to be fundamentally flexible, because as we develop it, we need to be able to move in different directions should it become apparent that that's the way to go. And I think that's the ultimate value of this project is we believe outcomes are the right way forward, and this will finally give us information to support that way, that one way or another. We're really keen to share the learnings that we've discovered on this journey. A couple of councils have actually contacted us after a recent article in The Guardian. If anyone has any questions or would like any to have a conversation or any guidance on what we've done, please contact us.